told y'all that was Brent last week. It wasn't my fault. I have no idea how that happened, but that was the weirdest thing ever. And whatever he recorded never even showed up in my Zoom account. So it was a great call last week, but I got like the first 30 seconds on a video via my phone. So I don't know. We'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully, we will have an actual call recorded. But welcome. It's Sunday night, guys. It is the week of our big product launch, Moringa. That's this weekend, and our millionaire mentorship. Nope, our millionaire boot camp. We have too many millionaire names. That's a good thing. Means there's going to be a lot of millionaires here. And that all starts this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We will come back to that. The weekend in North Carolina was epic. Y'all know that's our word right now. And so I want to tell you, some of you probably saw my post where I went through and I talked about just having conversations. Y'all know me. I could talk to the wall. Like Keisha's always so worried about me being home alone. She thinks I just talk to ChatGPT all the time. That's why he's been coined my boyfriend. And I'm like, no, I do not sit around and talk to ChatGPT, but I will talk to anybody. But the thing is, everywhere we go, people are looking, people are hurting, people are not feeling good, people are listening. And so I made this whole post about just what happened over the weekend, the party, the invites, the people showing up, the guests to follow up with. But I also enrolled our Uber driver. Like, y'all, an Uber driver, what do you typically think when you get in the car with an Uber driver? What kind of caliber on a scale of 1 to 10 do you expect that person to be? Just be honest, drop it in the chat. Scale of 1 to 10. What do you expect an Uber driver to be on a scale of 1 to 10? You know, ones are kind of bottom of the pole. 10 is what we're going after. We want 10s. That's what we're recruiting, or 10s. We got a 6 and a 2. Everybody else too chicken to call it. Not knocking them, but a 5, a 5. A lot of times we think these guys are just kind of in the 7.25. I like the decimals, okay? But like we think these are just kind of like, they're an Uber driver. It's kind of what you think about when you're like, well, I could talk to the cashier or I could talk to that waitress. But y'all know, like, one of the biggest network marketers ever was a waiter. He was prospected when he was waiting tables. I forgot his name now. It's not important. But this Uber driver, Brent's on the phone with Karen Hill. Me and Andrea are talking in the back. I get a text through Facebook Messenger, and the girl says, I'm ready. How do I get started with Partner Co? I looked at Andrea. I said, you are not going to believe this. I said, I have been talking to this girl since September of 2023. Y'all know when I started? August of 2020, sort of. Y'all know I was kind of like in and out for a while there. But August of 2023 was when I made my first post. She reached out in September asking about drops. She has asked over the years, and I have followed up with 2 audio messages this year. Happy birthday. We're having a sale. She actually won one of my giveaways for the half price drops, and she never bought them. She was getting an $80 box of drops way back when and never Venmoed me and got the box. And she messages me, and I got excited, told Andrea. And the guy kind of, I'm getting a charger. My phone's dying. I'm asking him where he's from, Trinidad, blah, blah, blah. And finally he goes, what is it y'all do? Like, I take it wellness, health. Guys, the guy is a risk analysis with Wells Fargo. He works from home. His daughter is the assistant to the DA in Sacramento. His wife is younger than him and in nursing school in New York. I forgot what the other 2 kids do. He wasn't just your average Uber driver. Brent looked at me. He said, this dude's a hustler. He's out driving Uber after he gets off at Wells Fargo just because his wife's in New York in school and he may as well go make money. Like, and he said, is this kind of like Amway or whatever? He knew what Amway was. We said, just stick around. He left. We thought, yeah, he'll come back in 30 minutes. He did. He got enrolled. We got to get with him and his wife tomorrow. So just go read that. Look at all the people who are looking. They're everywhere. We got to the restaurant, and Joe, that's our new team member, he knows the owner of the restaurant. He comes over to greet our Uber driver because he's well known in this white tablecloth Italian restaurant. Okay. Open your mouth, have the conversations. I got to get with the waiter and his wife too. So, those are the things we're looking for. Now, we're going to do a lot of housekeeping tonight. So, I just announced to Greg, and some of y'all have seen where summer's changed some things again, right? So, we have so many different places we're pulling information to build a business and to take care of our customers here. And I am always just churning on how can we make this easier? How can we be more productive? Because confused people do nothing, right? And so we used to run our customer group. It started as just my VIP group, and then my team started coming in. And so Greg and I were talking a while ago, and I just explained to him how this works. So we have Circle of Health. Circle of Health has been around a long time. It's great. It's a massive group. The problem, air quotes, problem is it's not bringing a lot of value to our customers. They're not being coached on the drops. They're just going in and it's a Q&A group, which is great. But the way I refer to my team to use it is use it more like a Google. You can put your customers in there, but tell them they'll have to do some digging to look for whatever they need. But when it first started, my first customer went in and started going, "Hey, what is this Venali? Hey, do you take Pure Nourish?" I thought, I don't even know what these products are. She dropped $500 on product right out of the gate on stuff that I didn't even know what it was because of the magic of the group. And that sizzle has kind of gone away. Well, when we started in 24, I had my skinny droppers group. It was just called Summer Skinny Droppers. We were piling my customers in there, and then my team started it, and I would go live. And because my background, I was a personal trainer, we would talk about eating, we would talk about exercise, we would talk about different products, we would talk about new product launches. I would do water challenges, we would have little workout challenges, just all sorts of different little stuff because it's all about community. And I mean, one of my customers every day looked for whatever content was coming. And she ended up posting her before and after and sold 15 boxes in 2 hours. She didn't want to be a brand partner. Y'all remember that? It traumatized her. I'm like, you just made $800 on a Friday night in 2 hours, but we don't want to do it. And that's fine. It's not for everybody. But my whole point is it kept her engaged on the product. She was sending droppers to me. There are still people who buy from me that she sent to me. And it all started because of that group. The community changes things. And so we've started rekindling that group because I've realized we have to. It is a great way for our customers to come in, learn about their drops, have some accountability, um, learn about new products because we'll educate on new products. We can post the sales because we know Partner Co runs sales. We can talk about the exciting benefits we're getting out of whatever product we're talking about. And it's just a really great way for people to just get a little deeper in and a little deeper in. And at the same time, we used to go live and talk about we're going to do a Zoom where you can get your products at a discount, where you can buy them wholesale. And so I think as we're growing this again, it's going to be really powerful for our customers. So we funnel people to Coach BP that's given them the coaching program that we wrote. It's all the stuff that I laid out that people go through in their first 28 days, and then it introduces them to new products. So that's automatically going to them, depending on if you pay for Coach BP or not. But we need to have a group where they're engaged, where they're getting the recipes. I'll put workouts in there too, where they're not having to just go so many. It's just going to be the whole package. The other thing is, it will lead them gently into becoming the brand partner. You kind of get that third party validation without the three-way call. You get that third party validation from 7 people loving Venali instead of you just saying Venali would be a good product to add. So that's really what we're going to do there. We're going to keep using Coach BP. We're just going to integrate and Greg said he wanted to start putting his people in there. Kimberly Brecka started using it, Brenda Carlton. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we have some key people. So the thing with groups is it's harder to get the content pushed. So we have to have interaction on the posts for it to show up in their feed. So in order to do that, it doesn't mean we have to post in there every day. I'm going to try to get stuff going most every day, but we're going to designate some people to make sure, like on Monday, this person's commenting on whatever post comes up. This person's got Tuesday, this person, and it'll be a group, like just small little groups where you're just going in and interacting so that your customers are seeing that content. And it will grow over time and create a really great community. The other thing is the only people who can post in that group are the moderators and the admins. So it's whoever I have put in a position to make a post, which means Joe Blow off the street can't come in and go, can I eat baked Lays instead of regular Lays? Like, there's no point in our customers having to read that post. I don't do stupid well. I'm being a little aggressive right now, but I need them to come in and be excited to come look at the group, not feel like they're going into the thrift store and having to sort through everything to find what they need. So every post in there will have value or some kind of community. Yesterday it was like, do you like the beach or the mountains? That probably got the most comments all week, but it creates the community. And so they're not having to search. It also has some guides in there, which Renee will probably have to go in and revamp because the girl that helped us create those guides is not exactly actively in that group right now. And some of the stuff has erased. And that's the only reason that group quit. I told Greg, Facebook decided to delete lives after 30 days. So all that content I'd put in there went poof overnight. And I just got ticked off. So I was like, just forget the group. Like, I just threw it. Yeah, like it's burnout mode. So it's going to be way better. And the thing on the foods list is I'll go live and be like, hey, here's a Q&A. Ask me what you can eat or not. Guess what I'm going to say? Eat the foods list. And I'm going to do it in a funny way, but I'm going to be like, quit trying to make a new foods list. You're here because you want. It's just that I'm not Jillian Michaels. My dad used to tease me if I screamed at my clients. No, but there is like this gentle, tough love I get away with as a coach. Greg, Buck, Brent, the coaching personality can push a little harder than Hill can or Diane can. And so it's not you. Like, I can coach my customers a little harder than y'all can just because of my background. But also I can coach your customers. Y'all, it's so funny. It's like getting in front of the principal at school. They fess up in like 3.03 seconds flat. Okay, well, can I ask you some questions when we're in a three-way? Well, I wasn't really following the foods list. I'll try harder tomorrow. I never even asked the questions. They just think they're in trouble and they rat themselves out. So it's going to be great. The other thing is we have Level Up, James Zing's team, my team, Kimberly's got a team. I don't even know all the team pages out there for building a business. And here's the thing. PartnerCo Nation is a great place for celebration. I always try to add brand partners in there that I feel like can handle more than one group because of the excitement. We post a flyer and a bunch of people comment, right? But on our team pages, there's not as many active. And then Greg and Mike, they don't have a team page. And so I've never opened our team up. And I am, because I feel like we can create some energy around that group. And so what I do in my group, so this is more for like Greg's team, Mike's team, is we have a group, and I tell everybody we have a featured section. So when you're in Facebook and you go into a group, I'm going to open it real quick. I could screen share, but I'm too lazy to do that. And you go into a group, there's always a featured button. My people call that the church bulletin. That's Summer's Church Bulletin. It is always the latest and greatest, the current events. Like if somebody dies, their obituary is going to be right there under featured. That's not funny because we have had that, and I'll tell people maybe not in there, but we'll pray on a team call. But that is where we're going to see the events coming up, where there's a team call, a special team call, whatever. Because if Brent shoots one out, if you're not in a text tree, you're not getting it. And if you're not checking, you're not getting it. And if you don't know which group to go check, guess what? You're not getting it. So that's one section. Then we have albums, and under albums, we're putting the flyers for the team calls. So we do ours together, but like Kimberly Brecka has a team call, and whoever else in the group that comes in, they can make a flyer for their team call. It'll go there so their team knows where to go look. Do y'all like this idea? Like, it's going to make things easier. We're going to add a few things to improve it too. And then guess what? We're going to have an onboarding spot. We are using Coach BP, but people are not utilizing Coach BP the way they should. Like, I'm just going to call it. You're not. It is a tool that we have to have. When things start picking up and it's going faster, I can't spend 30 minutes every day, every 30 minutes onboarding somebody with Coach BP, because guess what I'm not doing when I'm doing that? I'm not recruiting, nor are you. So we have to have that leverage. And most people haven't gone through Coach BP and finished it. Most people, it's been a while since they've gone through it and they may be a little crusty, like it's not fresh on their mind. But here's what I came up with. And I'm like, I don't know why I've not been teaching this, but I want to ask you a question. When you enroll a customer, how do you get them to Coach BP? You can put in the comments. What are you supposed to do? I'm going to see who knows. This may be a long call, Sue. Sorry. This is a lot of information. Send them the link. Send a link. You send it in a text. You're doing it in a three-way text. But let me ask you a question. What is our number one job in what we do? We are to offer excellent customer service and follow up, right? That's why we keep talking about the three-way text. Why in the heck are we just texting them the link and throwing the Hail Mary and hoping they click it? And a few days later, hey, don't forget to click Coach BP link. Hey, Summer, do I need to send them the Coach BP link again? Hey, and I'm like, what do we do to change this? And so the other day I told Brent and Andrea, I said, pick up the flipping phone. If I start Renee on drops, I'm going to create the three-way text while I'm on the phone with her, getting her started with her drops. I'm going to say, Renee, I'm putting you in a three-way text right now with me and Andrea. That's the girl I work with. Script. It's already done. I'm copying it. She's going to say, okay. So you see that link I just sent you? Renee says, yeah. I said, all right, click on it. What's she going to do on the phone? Click on it. And I'm going to say, okay, did that pop up in your Facebook Messenger? She'll say, yes or no. If she says no, I'll say, click it again. If she says yes, I say, okay, you see at the bottom where it says get started. Click that. How much would the success rate go up if we just do those few steps? A lot. Guess what? I'm going to continue. I'm going to say, okay, this is going to get us onboarded. It's going to get you into our customer group. It's going to also ask you a few questions. Guess what it's going to ask them? Do you want to balance hormones? Do you want more energy? Do you need better sleep? Do you need to lose weight? Guess what? I now know why Renee bought drops. Because a lot of us just assume. You get a heavy set person, you assume they want the drops to lose weight. I ain't got no intention of losing weight. I just want to quit having hot flashes. Well, I'm going to coach that person differently, right? But if we never see these answers or ask the questions, we don't know. If Renee says, I really struggle with sleep, guess what I'm thinking in the back of my mind? What add-on product do I need to get her? Renew. Okay. Game changer. It's that simple. 5 minutes to get them to click the link, click get started, and go through those first few prompts. And if you haven't done it in a while, go do it. Everybody with me? Number 2, for a brand partner, guess what we're going to do? We're going to make a 3-way text and we're going to call them. And we're going to say, you see this form? Let's fill it out together. Why? Because how many of you have sent the Coach BP onboarding? They fill out the form and they go, it didn't work. I can't get in. Or 2 days later, you're like, hey, let's get that first post up. Well, I couldn't get the link to work. They've been sitting there 2 days not telling you that the link worked. You've wasted 2 days of their first 4 weeks. What if I'm on the phone with them and it doesn't work? I can fix it right then and keep them moving. And we get them clicking through that and we get them started. And the last part of that is you're going to make sure they understand what Coach BP is. It's our onboarding link. He's got everything in there you need to start your business. It's going to load your phone. It's going to get you to the correct groups, yada, yada, yada. And it's going to help you create content for your social media. He's going to learn you. So the more information you put in it, the better he learns you. And here's the coolest part. When you get to the end, he is your AI agent. You can literally ask him anything, but you've got to finish. Hey, what product would be good for arthritis? Hey, how does the compensation plan work? Hey, how do I enroll somebody? Hey, how do I set up my direct deposit? Hey, what can I take to help me sleep better? He'll answer all of that. Hey, create me a 30-day content calendar for my social media. My team's watched me do that live. He does everything. Okay. But you've got to explain that to them. You've got to dangle the carrot to make them go through it. That's the whole thing. So I think if we will start picking up the phone for those 2 things, it'll be a game changer. Now, Greg's team will not have a link to partnership marketing. So the group team page is called Partnership Marketing, a Better Way to Earn. And it's got that little cover photo. If one of the people on my team can drop the link in there, they can grab it. It is on my Coach BP because I spent money, but y'all will have to invite your people there. Live Balance. No. None of us have that link. Rewind. None of us have that link because Coach BP is universal. So everybody that wants their team member in this group has to invite them. The other thing that'll go in that is like if Greg wants to go live and give a coaching tip for the day, he can. Y'all know I do that. Like I'm the little go live in the car if I don't have kids, and I'll tell you whatever's on my mind or whatever's going on, or I'll brag on who's doing the most 3-way calls or whatever. Like any of that can go in there. But the customer, the Live Balanced, our group goes there instead of Circle of Health. Y'all will have to funnel y'all's will go to Circle of Health through Coach BP. But you can send your customer to Circle of Health like we used to. If somebody starts having a lot of questions about what about this and what about this, you can send them over there to research in that group. Okay. Hopefully all of that was clear as mud. I mean, crystal clear. Because it was a lot of information, but the biggies are these marinating groups are powerful. I've been studying them and I'm like, that's what we were doing. Like it was killing it. So one is called Live Balanced and it's navy and Live is white and Balanced is pink. Sorry guys, it's at least navy. Somebody asked me this weekend, they were like, is pink your favorite color? I was like, how'd you know? I mean, I had a pink shirt, pink nails, pink phone, something else was pink. I don't know.
It's Mike
And
Bucks
then
too.
yes, Okay, I really want to tell y'all a secret. I can't tell you. You're just gonna have to wait and see it later. Greg knows the secret. The other group is called Partnership Marketing, a Better Way to Earn. So I made it used to be Summer Says Get Paid because that's my Instagram handle, but I've made it generic for everybody. And so the reason I went with Live Balanced is it's not a dropper, it's not a hormone group. It literally is everything in life, doesn't matter what they're here for. And then the partnership marketing just makes it neutral for everybody else. And it's going to take a little while to get the group built back up. I mean, it was really good when we were running it, but it just became a lot. So um, we've got more faces now that can be involved. There's a lot of stray kittens around here, right? Like they don't have a team page group to get in. There's not a lot of information being taught in Partner Co Nation. So if this is ran correctly and I can get a little bit of help, you will have a one-stop shop for your business and a one-stop shop for your customers. And if you qualify for Millionaire Mentorship, that's only running until PXP, and then that's going to transition into the Creator Academy that you qualify for. But we will just have, for my team, we're going to have the 2 spots. And then if you get in Creator Academy, because if there's a really good IPA, I can go pull it from YouTube and post it in the group. I am not for spoon feeding people. My team knows that better than anybody. I am for organization though. And if it can be organized and they know where to look, they can go look. But if y'all have to spend 30 minutes checking, like today, Renee asked me what time the stuff starts and all this. I'm like, I ain't got a clue because information's coming to me through the IPA moderator chat and all this stuff. And she found it. She said she got it from a little birdie. I won't tell you who she got it from because I don't want that person to start getting blown up, y'all asking them questions every time you have a question. Because we've got to empower people, but at the same time, it's got to be a little more organized because people have full-time jobs and they go to church and they have kids and they have spouses. And it's like, this has got to be fun, not another job and stressful where I just feel lost. So hopefully y'all are excited about it. I am. The other girls are. It's just getting a few things worked out where it's a little more organized. The guide in partnership marketing will be here's a link to boards. So it'll have Andrea's board, my board, Kimberly's board. If y'all have a board, Greg, I don't know. Everybody will have their board posted in there. You just pull your team. I'm going to teach my 5 fingers because that is the easiest thing for the onboarding on our SOG. Everybody remembers 5 fingers. And then it's going to have the link to Coach BP. And maybe I'll do a video talking about what I just did, like the power of Coach BP, what it means, and we can really get that promoted. So the rest of the call time, I'm going to let these 2 basketball coaches, I almost said stud muffins. And I thought, well, that might sound bad, but I'll go with
You
stud
would have been
muffins.
correct.
Well, one stuff muffin.
That's
Yeah,
right, Mike.
I'll
We
let
both
y'all
know
duke it
that.
out on which one it is. But I want them to really talk about this weekend going into Nashville, what that means for us. This product, Greg has mentioned Moringa and kind of his story, and Coach Buck talked last week about just the product and all the kind of things. So I'm going to let them take it away and get us excited about this weekend.
Absolutely. Summer, thank you so much. Tons of information right there, guys, and some action items in that that we all need to be taking. I don't know if Summer told you or not, but she said she was needed to take a shower. I think I felt or smelled a little aroma coming through Zoom
Wow.
on
Wow.
but yeah, thank you so much, Summer. And you talked early on about just having conversations with people, which we should be doing because we are in the business of people. And it's amazing what you can find out about somebody, what they'll tell you as you're having conversations with yours. I mean, in my time, I've found out some stuff I really didn't want to know. But it's amazing what people will tell you. They'll tell you what their pains are because misery loves company. So they're going to let you know at some point what their pains are. And here at Partner Co, we have something that can cover every single pain people may have. They may have a pain of a physical pain, a physical ailment. They may have a pain of wanting to lose weight. They may have a pain of not having enough time, and they may have a pain of not having enough money, because they all make the same amount of money, and that's not enough. We all want to make more. And then once they let us know what their pain is, we let them know, hey, I have something that can help you with it. If I sent you some information, would you take a look at it? And it's as simple as that. All it takes is just loving people and wanting to be a blessing. And to be a blessing to other people, we have to open our mouths. Because, and if we believe, and I 100% believe in what we have in PartnerCo. I've not felt like this since my early days in my first company. And that's why I'm so excited about this weekend. And you know what I've found in my time, these events are where your business is built. And it's the time that's leading up to it. And what am I doing to build towards that event? Because the more butts I have in those seats, the more my business is going to build. The more my business builds, the more money I make. So that's all about building from event to event to event. And I'm extremely excited about Saturday, all week, really, the Thursday and Friday, the boot camps as well, because I'm a constant learner and I always want to learn. And I know I saw Mike on here too. And Mike, I just want to bring you on real quick. And I know you let them know a little bit about your story last week when I wasn't able to be on. But you built a huge business in our first company, and it was a Moringa company. And I just want to get your take on the events, what you did leading up to it, how you built towards it, and how that event made you feel, and leading into it.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate Summer and Greg. Let me be on here. So yeah, we built a massive company in the last run, and it was super simple. It was just, we found something that we knew would change people's lives, and you mentioned it's a people helping people kind of a business that we get to build, but it's weird because that's kind of the hardest thing for all of us to do, is to open our mouths and start those conversations. But we should be doing that out of love, and sharing. Proverbs 3:27, we have withhold not good from others, but if it's in your power to do so. So, and that's hard. That's hard for me too. So, but open your mouth, having conversations that, and knowing that you're coming from a place of not trying to, you're not trying to get a sale. You're not trying to make money. You're not trying to, we all are, but that's not the approach that we need. All that stuff is a byproduct of really having genuine conversations and caring about people, right? And so, yeah. So the events back, I remember back in 2010, I got started in March. Coach was, I don't know, he one of those early ranks in the company, right? He's making a little bit of money. Kind of got me excited about it too. Whenever he started making a little bit of money, when I say a little bit of money, it's a couple $100. I was totally broke, and I needed husband, father of two. I needed some cash, and so he made a couple $100 in a week, and I got jacked out of my mind, y'all. I was so excited because I know that if he can, I know I can, right? And so, so we got excited, told a bunch of people. But the events, one of the things that was really cool, we got to go down to Atlanta. Coach Bibb will remember this. We had, I think you had 4 people there that were on your team, Coach. Is that right?
2, 4. Had 6, including Tamara and myself.
Oh, okay, yeah. So 4 other than you, Tamara. Yeah. So
yes, sir.
So we had a real small group there. I got excited. I got to hear from and meet the owners and all the top guys in the company, and it was really neat because every time somebody would walk across the stage with a new rank or get to speak in front of everybody, I was like, I mean, that guy was pretty cool, but I mean, there wasn't nothing special about him. He's just a normal person, right? And so I know that I can do what they're doing, and so just really caught a vision of what could be. Heard some checks that were being made, and I really got excited about that for my family. And so because we're sharing something that's really, really helpful, and that's the Moringa tree. And so yeah, so leading up to the next event, going back, coming out of Atlanta there, we went really hard over the next month or so, and then we had another big event in Nashville, where we had you had a lot more people there, but on your total team, which I was half of that total team, and on our group, we had probably 30 people there in just a matter of months, coming out of Atlanta. And so, and it was just having conversations. It was consistently having events. It was consistently being on the phone, finding people who are hurting, like Coach talked about those pain points, but and then just offering up, hey, listen, this may be for you, it might not be, but I got some information that could change your life. I've got access to a product that every person that on the planet, everybody that's alive needs to be experiencing this tree. And so coming from that place, so I didn't care if you bought anything. I just wanted you to see this, and really you make the decision, because there's going to be a sacrifice for you to do it, to purchase the product. There's a cost in that comes with it, but I think the cost of purchasing it is a lot less than the cost of not taking care of your body down the road.
Amen.
But yeah, this week I'm gonna have. Well, I'm gonna start with the end in mind. How many people do I want? How many guests do I want at the event? Right, and so if I want 10 people at the event, how many people am I going to have to talk to in order to make sure that I have 10 people, 10 fresh, brand new people that are interested in PartnerCo and interested in our product in the room this weekend? So if I want 10, how many conversations am I going to have? There's a law of averages out there. Who knows? So that's Philip says 40. Fantastic. You got to have a lot of conversations then between now and then. Hopefully you've already been doing that, but yeah, if it takes you having 10 conversations to get one person in the room, then you have to have 100 conversations this week. That's not hard. It sounds like a lot. It's really not hard. You're going to run into people all week. You work with people. You go to church with people. You do all these things with people. Very few of us do things all by ourselves, right? And so just have those conversations and let them know that you have something that's phenomenal, that you're really excited about it. Get the opportunity to hang out with some amazing people other than Greg. But yeah, kind of keep him away from Greg, y'all. Don't put him on the phone with nobody, but they might find out some things about. No, I'm just playing. It's just, that's it. If I wanted to have 10 people in the room, I want to have 40 people in the room. I'm going to have a lot of conversations this week and offer up a solution to some, to people that can help folks. So that's kind of where I would that's my approach, I think, for the week, Coach.
Well, that's awesome, man. And, we talk about going from event to event. And like you said, I had 6 people in Atlanta, Georgia, the first one I went to. Then we went to Nashville. I think that was the next one, wasn't it, Mike? And then we had about 4 or 5 rows of people. I was looking back through pictures the other day, and I saw that picture, and that was amazing. And then we grow to going to Utah to the big event and the stage. We were on the stage taking a picture to the next event in Utah that the stage couldn't hold us. I mean, just so many people. Yeah. And that's one of the most gratifying things I have ever done, is built here in network marketing. If you allow it to be for you as well, it will be for you. So this week, it was last week, the week before, these last 3 weeks leading up to this event, it was about me calling everybody that I know. I mean, all they can do is tell me no. And I'm still going to be living, Lord willing, after that. So, yeah, it's about us calling everybody that we know, because we have something that will absolutely bless their lives. I've witnessed this. I've witnessed it. I've also lived it. We have things that can bless people's lives in so much abundance. And so, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody that can be in Nashville. If I can ever be a help of anybody, to anybody, just let me know. And guys, I'm so excited not only to be in PartnerCo, but also to be in this group, and having Mike Buck here. And I saw Carol Nair, and I saw Kevin Honeycutt, which I enrolled just last week, and locking arms with people like Summer and Brent. And we have the quality people here. When you find the quality people in this industry, you better latch on. And that's exactly what we got. And Summer, I'll turn it right back over to you. I look forward to seeing everybody in Nashville, and you ought to be playing, as Brent always says, who do you know? And
That's
if you
true.
don't know somebody, find somebody that does know somebody in those areas. So play who do you know? Get as many butts in the seats as you possibly can. This is going to be a fantastic event.
I can't wait.
You got something else, Mike?
So yeah, I just want to say you didn't you talked about how your team grew and stuff in the first one. So, same with me. I didn't bring all those people in. You didn't bring all those people in. It was
No, sir.
us getting 10 guys
Collective
who
effort.
found 5 each, and it really is a snowball deal because we're talking to individuals here on this phone, and it's not like individually you have to go out and get 100 people. You don't have to do that. Go find and then lock arms with some sharp people, a few sharp people. I mean, the greatest person that ever lived, he locked arms with 12, right? And
they told the world,
changed the whole world, right? And so just go find a few great people, be a great person inside of that, and great things will happen. So
amen.
That's awesome. It's funny because what came to mind when you guys were talking was going back to Destin. Y'all remember in Destin, we held up our flashlights. Our flashlight alone just doesn't seem like much. That whole talk, like literally, it starts with one little match. But your match can light a whole forest on fire. One little ember, all you've got to do is do your job. And so at some point, we've done the same thing as Greg and Mike. We watch our team pictures grow to the point where I don't even try to do a team picture anymore because it gives me anxiety trying to get everybody. I'm like, literally, you have one job and we can't do it. We can't. So I'm like, I just don't even do group pictures anymore. We just take little pods of pictures. But it's going to get so out of control. It's going to explode. And the thing that I go back to with what Greg said is, yes, everybody here comes for, we got great products. I'm not knocking our products, but nobody remembers Greg Bibb for helping them lose 10 pounds.
Correct.
Nobody's remembering Summer Simon's name or Mike Buck's name for helping them get rid of inflammation in their knees. As great as that is, as much as I like my face not being so puffy anymore, I cry because Brent Palmer changed my life financially.
Mm.
He didn't do the work, but he showed up and he showed me what to do. And I lit that match on fire. And I called Renee and I helped Hill and Diane and I helped Janice and I went and helped Teresa. And then it was CW and Barbara and they led to Philip. And it's like, it just goes on and on. But it starts with one.
Mm.
So what are you consistently doing for your business every day?
You may only have one match to start, Summer.
That's right.
But that one match can set you on fire. And that's the first person that needs to be set on fire. Because it's always been said, if you set yourself on fire, people will come from miles around to watch you burn.
They sure will. Y'all seen it happen. And we have an opportunity this weekend, actually tonight, leading to this weekend, to strike a match. This weekend will be gasoline on the fire. Whatever you light right now, whatever you're pumping through your social media, that's the match you're lighting right now. This weekend, we get to have Katie, Brent, Dan, Kevin, and whoever else is there, pour gasoline to see how far this can go. I'm really glad my kids are not here for this talk tonight because y'all know Bowen wants to burn our house down. That's a whole nother story. But we'll end on a funny note. It's our time. And we're going to look back at our little 16 on this call because it's Father's Day, right? So everybody's going to have to watch the recording. Fingers crossed it gets recorded. But that's the impact you're going to leave. I'm not up in the front of the room crying because I lost 20 pounds. I'm crying because my kids went to Maui, because I went to Bali, because I went to Punta Cana, because I got to take a bunch of y'all to Puerto Rico, because I sat in John Wadsworth's house. Y'all's house is so nice too. That is life-changing here. Life-changing. Last thing is Brent gave us a link today to register your guests. Greg's got it. I've got it. It's already posted in our group. So if you just get your team in there, Greg, it'll be in there. But it's something about filling out where they can list out who's showing up as guests. I don't understand. It was on some call, and apparently me and Greg were neither one on the call that he's talking about. I don't know what call it was. I have no clue. But there is a link in Harvest, or it's not Harvester anymore, Partnership Marketing Group, to fill out. I don't know if it's for all of us or not. He just sent it to me and it's been a little crazy, but check that out. And if y'all have questions, message us, me, Greg, Buck. I call him Mike and then I call him Buck. I'll pick one eventually. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. That's what I do with my kids. I call them different names all the time. So y'all have a great week and we will see y'all this weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Great call, y'all.